Next, we will have our superintendent's report. We'll turn the time over to Superintendent Dixon.
Thank you, Chair Huntsman. I'm still reeling from that wonderful performance. I want to just sit and kind of bask in it for a bit. So summer is a time of great work around here. I've been following a hashtag on Twitter that sort of pokes fun at the ideology that teachers take the summer off. And so teachers have been posting videos about the things that they do in the summer. And it's been really fun to follow that hashtag and kind of see how busy our teachers are. And I heard it said recently that it's a time for renewal and reflection and thinking forward about how to make improvements for the coming year. And that's certainly how I always felt as an educator, and I feel that way as the superintendent. It's a time when I spend time out speaking at meetings and conferences, but also engaging in my own personal and professional renewal. So this year I got heckled, which was awesome. I've never had that happen before. So I felt proud that I was able to get heckled in a meeting when talking about community engagement. But I really have had some amazing experiences being with teachers and principals. And a couple of things that I took away from meetings that I've engaged in this year are a couple of, I just lost my notes. A couple of books that I'm going to read, really trying to think about internally and externally how we build culture to get at the outcomes that we're looking for on behalf of students. And you all have been very focused on leadership, which I so appreciate. We know that school leaders really matter. And so we've had staff working with those who supervise principals this summer, something that we haven't done in the past, and that was really well received. We've been working a lot with principals and helping them think about their own leadership. So I think it's important for me as a leader and for our colleagues to also reflect on that. So I'm going to be reading a couple of books on the Culture Code by Daniel Coyle and Big Potential by Sean Acor, two people I had the opportunity to be with this summer and learn from. The second thing I want to talk about internally is that you've heard us talk about design thinking and how we've engaged in that process internally. And I'm so proud that my own assistant, Sherry Reben, took that to heart when she came into a new role and said, I've been observing our new employee induction. And you just saw this parade of new employees, and we're going to have more. And our induction was less than stellar. It was kind of the parade of the people and all these policies and things you have to do and trainings you have to engage in. And so Sherry has taken this on and worked with Cammie Wilcox and with Karen Heaton in HR. And we now have really improved our employee induction process. And they're having a party out there in the hall without us, people. That's right. If you're going to have fun, come in. So with this induction, we're also putting all of our trainings on Canvas. And we have somebody from our child nutrition program helping us get everything onto Canvas. So you can see all of these different departments working together to improve employee induction. And we prototyped it. We did one round in June and said, there were some things we need to change. And so we were able to come back and fix it and improve it. So I'm just so proud that we have people throughout the agency willing to make things better for our employees. If you walk around the building, those of you that have been here before, you'll see changes. I encourage you to just walk around in some of the departments and see how walls have come down and take collaboration spaces because they want to come and problem solve with each other. So it's resulted in the actual physical space that we work in changing based on the way that people are working. We've had Utah highlighted a lot at conferences across the country. Some of the board members attended ECS and we saw how Utah was highlighted. Some of us did presentations based on the work that we're doing, but personalized learning, design thinking, dual language immersion, improvements for outcomes with our students who have disabilities. Those are all some things that have been highlighted around the country this summer. I will send you two things. I will send you the information about two new UPAC appointees. You used to appoint those as part of the consent calendar, and the rule changed to have me do that. So I'll put that information to you so you have that, as well as the video that we've created to welcome new employees. And last but not least, we have employees who've been working on the strategies that you've approved for this strategic plan. And we've engaged in a feedback protocol. So we've had teams of people working on action steps and thinking about the metrics in terms of how they will really measure outcomes for the strategic plan. And that's been, when those first came on my calendar, and I thought, oh my goodness, I have to sit through 20 some odd meetings using the same protocol, that is going to get really old. And I can tell you it energized me. Our employees are amazing, and they're so focused on doing the work on behalf of the board and on behalf of students. And so you'll be hearing more about this, but just know that your staff has been working very hard on the strategic plan this summer, and they're excited to refine the strategies and bring those to you soon. So that's my report. Thank you for your service.
Okay. Thank you, Superintendent.